following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Let's tidy up this tangle of film by putting it on a reel. Here is a motion picture film, 1,000 feet, 16,000 separate photographs.
Welcome, everyone, to the official space section of the charter.
The truth! You can't handle the truth!
Sir, you're out of order. Out of order? I show you out of order.
Hey, everybody, I'm Michael.
I'm the guy who gets 12-pack bottles of Pilsner at the vendor, and that's what they call me now.
12-pack Jimmy.
And I am 13-pack Martin. I'm
Oh,
not drinking beers. I am just downing Arizona iced teas left and right.
He has a 13-pack. He's got one ab at the top of all the other abs.
Just one
There is
solid
one
line.
ab
There's
usually
no break.
at the top and the bottom, isn't there? That's like that big ab.
I don't know. None of us have had abs. We don't know.
No.
I have I have something that covers my abs.
Yeah?
I've worked really hard for it. It's,
A bulletproof vest.
made of cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburger parade in Michael's belly.
Exactly.
Cheeseburger ready.
Welcome back, listener. Welcome back to the show. Hello, how are you? I hope you're enjoying the lovely weather that has bestowed us in this lovely city of Winnipeg. It has been hot. It is spring is early in so many ways, including a bunch of burning fires all over the province.
Geez, the country, really.
Yeah, Alberta's hitting it. Saskatchewan's hitting it. Manitoba is hitting it hard. 17,000 people migrated from the northern parts of Manitoba over the
It's
course.
been dry.
It's been dry. We got a bunch of phone calls at work to get forklifts to all the
Yeah.
facilities.
You're relocating people.
For relocating people and moving them in and stuff like that. And that was they literally said, they're like, I don't care how much it costs, we'll pay it.
Yeah.
I was
Well, they
like,
got
Crazy. It reminds me of that flood from the 1990.
it's very much in the same way.
Yeah.
Say 97.
Except-
97.
97, yeah, except water.
Now we need water.
Now.
Yeah, there's no perfect medium.
Yeah, no, there really isn't. So shout out to everybody who we'll put a Red Cross link donation in the show notes.
I think that's a good idea.
If you're interested in donating to all the people who've been displaced due to these forest fires. I know Flin Flon might be gone.
Yeah,
and that's not a
they're
pun,
thinking of relocating.
completely.
Listen, if something to remember is a lot of these are man-made, so please, for the love of God, just don't have a fire. Don't flick your cigarette into the woods.
Yeah.
Just stop. Make sure you stomp it out.
Smokey
please.
says,
"Yeah."
cover like a fire pit instead
Do you
of.
want
a
to make
blazing
that bear
fire.
disappointed in
Smokey
you?
the Bear.
Yeah.
Only you can prevent it, and it turned out that's about 95% true. You can't. It's only you that is doing it.
In honor of one Wes Anderson, if you've listened to the show in the past, we're big Wes Anderson fans. We're big Adrian Brody.
This is an Adam Brody, Adrian Brody, all the Brodies.
Pretty much.
All the Brodies.
We're Brody Bros.
We are Brody Bros. We all love a good Wes Anderson movie. I think the first fan casting we did accidentally became one because we all had different ideas, and Jimmy was like, Jimmy picked Wes Anderson. What did we do? Do you remember what we did for that fan casting?
You know, I feel like I turn a lot of the things that we do into a Wes Anderson movie.
We are
True.
a Wes Anderson
And now
fan
you guys have
podcast.
fully caved.
Yeah,
And
we're-
just decided everything's going to be.
Just let it flow. Let it flow.
Every fan casting should just be what if Wes Anderson did it, right?
It's nice
Well,
for
we
me to get a
discussed this.
win.
Everyone's doing reboots now, right? So
Yeah.
we're like, what happens if Wes Anderson does a reboot for this movie?
Could you
That's
imagine
how
the
we kinda
backlash?
thought of the
Exactly.
right?
show. Like a Wes Anderson reboot of Jumanji.
Oh God.
You guys,
Actually, I think the first thing I said was Sister Act. What if Wes Anderson?
That was
reboots
your
Sister
that
Act?
was how this all
That would be
started.
hilarious.
And right now, there's a huge slate of movies coming, and one of them is a John Wick story, Ballerina.
Well, it's a double. We're doubling up on two.
We
releases.
are.
so how many John Wicks is this now? Like, I know it's not really him, but
John Wick universe.
This
There's
five?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because of the show, right? The show, the Continental.
6 then.
when the
4
first
movies,
one,
the show, and this new movie.
when the first one came out, did you guys think it would be a franchise like this?
Fuck no.
No, I didn't think so either. I thought it would have that one off, and then that would be it.
Can I just say, I love seeing Keanu back at it.
Hell yeah, dude. Doing Rogers commercials, fucking living it.
Love it. Playing Wii. And losing.
And like he's at NASCAR. I saw him at NASCAR last weekend.
He's living, man.
He's living.
He's living his
You know,
life.
Paul Newman was the race car driver in Hollywood, and I think everybody tries to be a little Paul in their later years. Like Tom Cruise raced for him, Brad Pitt raced
Paul
for
Newman
him.
could fucking skate.
Right?
Keanu's
Yep.
got another movie coming out soon too, right? With Aziz and like a couple
Yeah.
other people. It's like he's
He
playing
plays
an angel.
Gabriel the Angel.
Yeah, I thought when Charles sent that to me, I thought it was the new Constantine movie because he's in the fucking trench coat, and Keanu's supposed to be bringing Constantine back. So I was like,
And he's
no.
an angel.
And he's an
Wouldn't
angel.
that make him an angel because he did get pulled at the end, right? And it
I
was
just
like,
I thought with the trench coat and the whole look, I was like,
That's a big
are they
bait and switch.
already releasing Constantine? But no, I'm an idiot.
So it's a John Wick fan casting. done in a Wes Anderson style. Wes Anderson's going to direct it. We're going to use Wes Anderson's favorite actors.
Wes's regs.
Wes's regs, basically. I love that. That's what this is called, Wes's regs. It's going to have pastel. It's going to be 4x3. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a fun what if. As we always say, if you have your own ideas on this, there's a voicemail link in the show notes. You can leave a voicemail on that show note link and tell us what you think. I think it's up to 90 seconds. You can also be like,
That's
Mike,
true.
you're a fucking idiot. And
Well,
we'll be like,
we can't be more
"Sure."
clear in that these are opinions.
They're opinions. And like assholes, everyone has one.
But I am right.
Jimmy is always,
Yeah.
when we get off, we
Jimmy is always right
Yeah.
because he is a Sacramento Kings fan.
That's right. Chris Webber got this in Toronto. Very happy.
we can't say Phoenician.
They had a lot.
Say
I
Sacramento,
just didn't
but
want to
not
say it.
Phoenician.
I could
know
have
what?
guessed.
Jimmy, Phoenician's gonna be your version of my scale to scale. You're Phoenician, I am
We
to
all
scale.
have
That's
one.
what it is.
Oh, fuck.
You
We
just
all
can't
have
pronounce
one.
So
Phoenician.
what?
can't-
Where
I have a
is-
That's the
flail. He has a scale, and you don't know Phoenician.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
where is Phoenicia on the map?
Martin?
Phoenician is like, isn't it like an ancient kingdom in like the middle, kind of like the Middle East?
I don't know either. I'm just
I'm looking
having
it up.
fun making
It's
fun
like,
of Jimmy.
I remember learning like Greek.
Well,
class,
I know
Greek
about
mythology.
Phoenicia, Arizona,
I don't
and then
think they're
there's
related.
Benicio del Toro.
Ah, shit. Dr.
We're
Gonzo.
on one
It's
today.
We are.
Mediterranean.
It's Mediterranean.
Thank you. All right. So
Eastern
that'll be fun.
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean
Yeah.
themed Wes Anderson movie. We've had Under the Water. We've had in New York. We've had
Are you
in-
sure this isn't Yorgos' new movie?
Yeah, with Emma Stone. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And before we do it, there's a couple things we want to get out of the way. There was a postponement of the Star Wars trivia. If you got a refund, if you were one of the very few 10 people that bought tickets, and we understand why. We realized as we approached the date that a galaxy far, far away is not as fun as a Pride weekend 48 hours
We lost
later.
to Pride. We accept that.
We do.
We fully lost to Pride. We were frankly shocked
was
that they
round for
even
round.
wanted to have us on Thursday of Pride week.
The day before a giant party was held Friday night.
Yeah,
And tonight.
You know, it was nice of them. I'm sure they laughed at us thinking, like, you guys are so impossibly stupid.
You're so naive to think you can
We
compete with a
didn't
town
know.
Pride
We didn't
party.
think. You know what? We're going to move it, though.
Yeah.
It's still going to happen
Yeah.
for those of you that did buy tickets.
Yeah. Well,
The diehards.
yeah, and tell 10 of your friends, and they'll tell 10 of their friends. And then we'll have a fucking trivia night. Because we could do trivia with two teams, but, like, I mean, it's not as much fun when
You're
there's
almost guaranteed to win a prize.
right, like, and that's not fun. You want a challenge and shit. So, with that said, it's been moved, as Jimmy said, to June 28th.
Yep.
Little Brown Jug.
Got a little more time.
It's at the end of Pride, so everybody will be prided out, I think. And if you want to come back to a night of nerds,
At least the corporations will be.
they will. Yeah, to donate.
At least RBC will be done.
It'll be deep roots only by the end.
Well, they can only whip so many pens at people.
Right, exactly, and water bottles, and fucking
Happy
keep-
Pride!
Wear safety goggles.
Yeah, right. Oh,
You
shit.
got to wear your Omnigogs.
I mean, we're gonna get back. We're going to the farm tonight, but we'll be back.
Oh, your
probably-
Walton Goggins goggles.
Walton Goggin goggles.
Schmoggin goggles. No, we're going to the farm tonight, but then tomorrow we're coming back probably right around when the parade's happening. So I think
Yeah.
we might just park at Earl's, old Earl's there.
Oh, Old Earl's. What's it called now?
Bougie?
Terrible.
It looks like
Hate
a
every
front.
part. It was a seafood restaurant for
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah, it was.
That fresh Manitoba seafood, Martin. You got to miss it.
Yeah, you know,
Which one is
lobster.
the fresh? Is that the one on Pemina?
No,
Is there fresh?
no.
See,
no.
what's fun about fresh Manitoba seafood is that it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Unless it's walleye or goldeye.
Or
That's not
zebra
sea-
mussels.
That's not from the sea. That's not from the
Unless
sea. That's
it's-
fish from the.
That's right,
freshwater.
brother.
Yeah.
You know what? Unless it's sturgeon from up north or something like that. You
Hey,
know what I
listen,
mean? Like
I'm not
maybe up
saying we
north.
don't have good fish. We just don't have that fresh fucking.
Mm-hmm.
We're not getting lobster rolls, brother.
But we do have
Lobster is a crustacean, not a fish, Jimmy.
Oh my God, I
Guys.
eat spiders. Okay, I don't know what anything is.
Star Wars trivia, June 28th, 4 rounds. Cosplay challenge. Dress up as your favorite. I will be there in my Obi-Wan Kenobi robe.
Is that true?
Yep.
All
over
right.
there. I will have my
It's actually
lightsaber.
washed, I hope.
Yes. Well, it hasn't been used for a while, but we'll watch it.
We'll bring the black light.
Yeah. Well, my lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge. I have a little R2. Well, we'll have a bunch of shit. If you have Star Wars shit, bring your Star Wars shit. You'll be judged for
R2
it.
Junior.
R2 Junior, R2 Senior. And then we're also going to have a coloring contest. Rebels versus...
The coloring contest was a massive success at the office trivia.
It was. It really was. And
People like to color during the breaks.
we give you crayons. We give you a
We
picture.
supply all the coloring.
Yeah, you just have to
Don't
supply
worry.
your artistic take.
That's right.
Adding to them helps.
There were some good ones.
There was like beat coloring outside of the lines. It might be a good idea. Is what
Think
I'm
about
saying.
that. All the best artists do.
$10 a ticket. Subscribe to the show so that you don't miss when the tickets go on sale. Subscribe to our social media. It's all in the show notes so you don't miss when the tickets go on sale because that's where all the things go because that's how the world works. It's social media. It's fucking likes. It's all that stuff. Who knew? I mean, 20 years later. That said, I don't think we're going to be doing movies in the park.
We'll be back for Fringe this summer as well in July.
We're gonna be at Jazz Fest too.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about movie soundtracks at Jazz Fest. With
So
all
you got to follow the page.
Exactly. Follow the page. You'll be in the know. Everything will make
Did
sense.
you hear that, Jimmy?
I did hear that. Yeah.
What do you say?
Don't worry about it.
All right. That's fine.
Good. Well, you can hear it in the post show notes.
Let's go into fake world.
Don't
Let's
worry
leave
about
real world behind. Martin, what'd you watch this week?
I tried to watch Brave New World. Is it Brave New World? Captain America, Brave New World?
Yep.
I didn't finish it. I'm going to give it another chance maybe next weekend. But
You going to start from the beginning?
I think I'm going to have to start over.
What?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Senator Ross was played by a different guy, right?
Yes.
In like the
Yeah.
previous. Okay, so he's okay.
Not Harrison Ford.
Yes,
No.
that wasn't Harrison Ford. That confused me a little bit. I'm like, is it this guy from that other Captain America movie where they found out Hydra was
Yeah.
what is it, Shield or whatever? That's the one, right?
Would
So-
you? Sorry, not to interrupt, but would you rather them make that little joke where they acknowledge that he doesn't look like the way he used to?
Yeah, I think they would do some sort of little joke. Like he had like this thing where he was melting down, and I don't know. There was one funny scene where he just kicks like a podium when he's answering questions. He has a mustache. So I guess like it was years ago. But
So they
anyways,
tried to
it
make
was
him
weird.
look like the old one.
Huh?
So they tried to make him look like the old one.
I think a little bit. Yeah, they tried to. He's like at a press conference when he was still general and he wasn't president yet. He was like a general or something, and he kicks like a podium down. And
Stupid.
I was like, this is weird. But I don't know. I got like maybe halfway through it. I love what's Anthony Mackie. Love him.
Yeah.
I like his co-star. I can't know what the actor's name is, but the guy who plays the new Falcon. I like him too.
He's
But
going to be in Young
I just thought
Avengers.
the enemies. I didn't get to the obviously there's Red Hulk.
Yeah.
I didn't get to that part, but I just thought like.
Oh, you
Giancarlo
didn't make it to
Esposito?
Red Hulk?
Wait a minute. Hang on. I'm confused here. Who plays Ross? Because it says Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
is Thaddeus Ross. Does he have a
Yeah.
mustache? Is that who has a mustache?
So they
It-
tried
it-
to.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Martin.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No,
Oh,
you go.
There's like a flashback of a news clip of him when he was general before he was president, and he had a mustache in that one. So
To make him look like the old version of him, like the former actor. who played him. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Will no, I know who he is. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Because I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, he is.
We're all confused.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is muddled, is what you're saying.
yeah, and also like I guess like I was saying the I haven't gone to Red Hulk, but or who the main bad guy was yet, but like the main bad guy so far is Giancarlo Esposito, and I'm just like, this dude just has a fucking gun.
Sidewinder.
Can you just like?
He just has a gun.
Is this really Avengers level like Captain America shit to deal with? You know what I mean? Like, can't you just get Daredevil to fly in and do something about it? Or Jessica Jones, like, or Luke Cage, like one of the other.
Luke
fucking-
Cage would just walk at him.
Yeah, I mean, get one of the B-liners. Why is Captain America, who's supposed to be the head of Avengers, dealing with this shit? He has like an Iron Man suit now, basically, right? So why is Iron Man? He has an Iron Man Black Panther combination. Why is Iron Man Black Panther dealing with this shit?
He has a
I
gun.
was like, I don't get it.
This is why I haven't bothered yet. And this is again the
the
Marvel
stakes
problem.
don't feel there.
Like Marvel, I know Marvel made that press release last year about like, we're going to slow down and we're going to focus more on movies and less on TV. But that didn't mean that you fixed any of the things that you made before you made that statement. So
Right.
it's still happening because it's
Because
still
the plan still has to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah, I just
theory
don't
on
get
that,
this as a movie. I see this more as like a TV show. Like
It
just-
should have followed
wasn't-
Captain in the Winter
It
Soldier.
sounds like it because
Yeah.
it's got Isaiah Bradley in it
Yeah.
from the show. Like that.
It should have just been the season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just didn't see it as like if a movie is going to be high stakes. I didn't think, like Jimmy said, the stakes aren't high enough for it to be in a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, why do we have this? But I'll finish it. I'll get back to it and try to finish it again. But like I said,
Okay.
I wasn't really into it.
It's maybe not one that you'll have to rewatch.
Yeah, I mean, we've come with Thanos, even Shang-Chi, things like
where's
that.
he?
And yeah, there's like there's a huge risk in those things, but here's just like,
Right.
well, there's no risk.
Where's
it's
the
a guy with a
risk?
gun so far.
Well, it's a guy with a gun versus a guy in a suit who didn't take a serum. Like Anthony Mackie still has like there's a lot
He's
of
still
work.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a lot of work to believing that suit is gonna like it's practically an Iron Man suit.
It's basically a new suit. Yeah.
It's
right.
an Iron Man suit.
Yeah, without
And-
admitting that it's an Iron Man suit.
And the one thing that I did like about it so far, like the fight scenes are pretty cool. Like him throwing that shield was pretty neat. But I'm also like just a bit confused. Like he doesn't have the super serum. I guess maybe the suit can enhance his combat abilities.
Yeah,
but,
that's
like,
what I
don't
think.
Well,
see
that's
him-
what it does for Iron Man. So in theory, it's using a
Yeah, I
a-
guess.
let's say
so.
it used a
I
blueprint.
see what you mean, though. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like a Falcon movie, and it doesn't feel like a Captain America
Like
movie.
just inject him with some steroids, super soldier serum. You know what I mean? Just give it to
You're
Anthony
having-
Mackie. Let him.
I kind of
let
have the
him trip
same
upon
issue
it.
because he's not like Batman, where you can believe he can hang with these guys that
Yeah.
have these superpowers. Because he's just a man.
Yeah, he is just he's a soldier. Like Batman, also I would say has hyper intelligence.
That's what I mean. Like, he's basically a superhero because of that.
Yeah, exactly. And he has the capabilities, whereas he's just. I got this suit from Wakanda, which is a pretty cool suit. I'm gonna say,
Sweet
but
suit.
just
yeah,
But
I
even
don't feel
then, he's
mistakes
not
there.
Black Panther.
no,
because
he's
Black
Like, he's
Panther,
not Shuri.
but he drank something too, right? Like both of them.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
it's
see
not
what you're
grounded.
saying.
There's powers.
yeah, just
right?
give him some of that Black Panther serum. You know, what
They
I mean?
gave it
Just
to
give
John
some
Walker.
Sam.
Well,
He's Captain
okay,
America.
Right?
you know what? I'll go next
You
after
go
he's
next.
done. Well, how many? How
'Cause
many?
his will lead into
Yeah,
yours.
well, and there's some things that I can say to
Before you guys jump on the DC bandwagon.
We need to, we need to clean detox.
Yeah, because I want to talk about what you're going to talk about because I've seen that as well.
Okay.
and I like that movie better than this one. So
Okay,
I've heard that.
how many mustached Harrison Fords?
well, I'm going to give it since I only made it 50%. I'm going to give it 50%
Wow.
out of 100.
Okay,
They reverse Henry Cavilled him.
yeah, with AI,
But in Mission Impossible, he grew a beard and mustache
that's true.
while he was cocking his arms. That was the coolest fight move I've ever seen in a fight.
That took.
That was pretty cool.
That was supposed to
a
take
pretty
3
By
days.
the
That
way.
took 3 weeks.
I don't want people to think I don't like that. I think that was sick because he
Yeah.
just boom loads his arms. Fuck yeah!
Okay, so I went and saw a better Marvel movie. I went and saw Thunderbolts.
New
with
Avengers?
Charles. No, New Avengers.
You saw New Avengers.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're calling it.
You saw New
Okay,
Avengers. Mike?
yes, I saw New Avengers.
I'm
'cause-
sorry. What Thunder? What?
Let's explain the asterisks because obviously that's what it is. Yeah, no, we went and saw it, and like, okay, first things first. I love that it was grounded. Like, yes, there's John Walker's the only one who's got real powers.
Superpowers.
Well, there's someone else. I can't remember her name, but she can.
Well, Ghost
Oh,
kind
the
of.
girl, the ghost one who
yeah,
can like
she can
teleport.
teleport
whatever,
a
invisible.
minute. Yeah,
Or
so
she phases out
Yeah.
of reality.
that's it. But it's not in the indestructible sense,
Right.
right? Like, yeah, John Walker again.
I
like,
think they made that clear. They're not
Well, you know
indestructible
what?
in the first
David
2 minutes.
Harbour, also superhero.
Right.
That's true.
Didn't the Russians give him
guess-
super serum?
the
Yeah, they
story
give the
the
Russian
story
version of the
just
super
makes them more relatable,
'Kay.
right?
Yeah, I see
so
that.
like they're grounded in reality where they're functioning in everyday life and it's problems of a superhero and like Elena is depressed when you start off, right?
Yeah.
And she's just doing missions for the sake of money. She has no direction, and on the backside of her story is Julie Louis-Dreyfus's character, Vaughn. What the hell's her name, Martin? Vaughn something.
Valentina something.
Yeah, Valentina Von something something. She is running an operation to button up all of the soldiers that she has out there doing different jobs.
So she's like Viola Davis for
Kinda.
Suicide Squad.
She's Viola
Okay.
Davis, and like Marvel and DC, we see versions of
DC did it first.
Okay, so what ends up happening is she tries to close everybody's loop,
Okay. What does that
And-
mean?
put them all in one place, and kill them all.
Oh,
And they
He
realize
wanted
that
to
that's,
cut off all loose ends.
there it is, and they realize that
they're loose ends.
they're loose ends, and then they team up.
ah.
So there's your like origin of how they get together, and then from that point, it's a buddy road trip / comedy.
It's
of-
very funny.
It's fun- it's
more
super
funny
fun.
than
You know,
would've thought.
I bet
Anyway.
I bet Taskmaster has so many funny, cool moments throughout the whole movie.
No.
I bet they just have
No.
such a great ending, and they get to go live their life.
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Spoiler
Uh-huh.
alert. Eats it about 3 minutes in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. They
No,
don't.
it's more like 25.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. It was fast though. It was really early, and then we were like, okay, all right. So that's that. Like,
But
it's
they're
kind
part of all the promo.
I know, but it's kind of like the opening in Suicide Squad or the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Where we have one
That's what
team who
you'd
bites it.
It's Drew Barrymore.
and then another team fills in for them.
It's the Drew Barrymore thing.
It's Drew Barrymore.
It's the Drew Barrymore fake out. Exactly. I thought it was fun. It wasn't big battles. The only thing I thought was weak, really, the only thing I was entertained, I had a good
Shoot.
time, was our baddie.
Sentry.
Sentry?
Yeah.
Or Sentinel?
Oh,
Sentry.
it's Bob.
Bob.
Well, it's
It's
Bob.
Sentry.
He's also Bob in Top Gun.
Do you guys remember when he was supposed to be Steven Yeun?
What?
Yeah, that was the
What do you mean?
original casting choice for Sentry.
Oh, really? Steven
Yeah,
Yeun?
you guys don't remember that?
No.
No.
When they
I
first
don't-
announced this
I
fucking
do
movie,
now, yeah.
that's who they cast for it, and I think he had a conflict and couldn't do it.
Did you see Thunderbolts?
Not yet, but
Okay.
I know everything that happens.
Okay, because I'm like, how do you know? Bob is like, I mean, it's
Now
funny.
it's Louis Pullman.
Bob is funny how Bob shows up because Bob just kind of crawls out of a crate and then is there and he's like, "Hi, I'm Bob," right? And everyone's like, "Who's Bob?" Like it's a running bit, but his power ends up being that he can project your worst nightmare and make it feel like reality.
Sentry is like Marvel's Superman, basically, but his power is bizarre in that it just doesn't make sense in the
It
way.
gives you rotten mental health.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the director was cool because he used the shadows that were burnt into the wall and
Look like nuclear shadows.
Yeah, exactly. Look from the
Was that
drops.
the idea?
It was.
Wow.
And then they go into a shadow-like universe, and until he dies, they're trapped there.
They're
So it's very Snap, right?
But they don't kill, like, they don't, how
they
do
don't
they?
die? They just
Okay.
get stuck there in their own.
Yeah, they're just stuck in an alternate universe.
Okay. Yeah.
Reliving their worst nightmares.
He
over
was
and
the
over
only
again.
bad part of it, I think, Barton, because like I was like, okay, this is not like he's strong. He's been given powers, right? He has the usual
Honestly,
suspects.
the best thing about the movie was David Harbour. He was the
Yeah,
best.
he
the
was.
whole movie. Like that's it. Just every scene with David Harbour is awesome. That's all.
So why don't they call in real Avengers to do this? Like, I know that they don't really exist anymore, but
It's
there's...
post-Snap, so Cap is old, Iron Man's dead.
They're
Everybody's
they're rebuilding the team basically.
yeah.
is
Okay.
what they're doing right now. So there's no team.
It
yet.
doesn't exist.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. But like action-wise was great. CGI was cool. Humor's on par. David Harbour was like very fucking like when Elena come to
He's the
his
best.
house and she's like, "Hello, Dad," and he's like, "Oh, I've been very busy. Sorry, apartment messy. Many hands and many pies." Right? Like he's
He's imagine a guy just watching the Real Housewives of whatever.
Yeah.
eating nonstop pizzas and donuts. That's what David Harbour's reality was like at the beginning.
That's
And
how I
then-
feel about his Santa Claus
he's not Russian.
in Violent Night.
Like just very lovable, right?
Yeah.
Like he's the champ for everybody, I think. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, Martin, I don't know what did I give it I give it seven rusty limos out of 10.
I think 7 is good. I mean, I would say, like I said, I'm giving it definitely more than Brave New World. So
Not their best, but you guys had a lot of fun.
Part of
Yeah.
their new slate that's awesome.
Okay.
Enjoyable. Like if they do this and then they wait a year and then do this again and then slowly but surely lay out proper breadcrumbs for Secret Wars,
the
I'm not going to turn away.
end credit scene was the best part. I think of the whole movie.
Which one?
The second, actually, they were both good.
Yeah.
They were both
Okay,
good.
spoil
I
it
would
for
say
me
both
after.
good.
Yeah,
show.
Martin. Oh, okay, after.
Tell me after the show.
I mean, it's been out long enough. We could just
You
be
think
like,
so?
Spoiler alert.
We just say, hey, spoiler, if you haven't seen it yet, please fast
Okay,
forward.
tell me.
Spoiler.
Yeah,
listener.
tell me.
Go, Martin. Well, first one is Alexei, Red Guardian
Oh,
in
The
grocery
Wheaties
store,
box.
and all he wants is the face on Viti's box.
So that's why they have the Wheaties box ads.
But he's
Yes.
hitting on a woman in the grocery store. He's like, hey,
That's me.
doesn't that look familiar? That's me. That's
funny.
Woman's
Me
like,
on
I'm gonna
box.
go away now. It's like, you remember Old School, that's post-credit scene in that movie Old School, where Will Ferrell is like in the grocery store and he's talking to a lady and he's like,
Yeah.
he's in the cereal aisle hitting on her? That's what it reminds me of.
I'm on Viti's box. I made that big.
I like, doesn't that look familiar?
And the best end credit scene was basically, so they're in Stark Tower,
Yeah.
or Avengers Tower.
'Cause
That's where the new home
Julia
base is.
Louis-Dreyfus
Tina
buys
took it over.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. But they take it over as the new Avengers headquarters, but Avengers with a Z. It's what they-
Dumb.
Yeah.
that's David Harbour's idea. It's
It's
hilarious.
his
He's like,
contribution.
But he comes in
Yeah.
with like marketing gear on. He's like, I fix marketing problem. Avengers.
Stupid.
I get
and
you
also
one.
too, like, so basically that comedy happens there, and then they see like there's an unidentified craft coming from space landing, and then you see the rocket turn, and it's a number 4 on it. So
No fucking way. Holy
bro.
shit. There's
Yeah,
no
bro.
way they did that.
Which is
bro.
why they're en route to that universe, which is
So we're
post-snap.
gonna see in
So
the movie what happened and why they're there.
Do you think Galactus destroys their universe and they have to leave through a portal?
Oh, I forgot to mention.
It's all up in the air, but that's where we're going.
What? There's no way they fucking did that.
Martin,
Oh, I
you see
forgot to
that?
mention in Brave New World,
Thunderbolts?
Yeah.
That's fucking
all the movies,
stupid.
right? Yeah.
What?
crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What a bizarre movie to do. Like, I could see them doing that at Brave New World. At the end of Brave New World. I did not see that coming at all for Thunderbolts.
All Brave New World did was acknowledge why a giant hand was sticking out of the fucking ocean.
Right.
Made of adamantium, nonetheless.
Finally.
Yeah, that's what Brave New World did well, is they introduced adamantium into the universe.
Okay.
That's where I got to that part.
So we're going to have Wolverine.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Polverine. It rhymes with pulverine.
What'd you watch?
What did I watch? I watched some of the best television that is going to win every single Emmy this year. There's no doubt in my mind. Nathan Fielder is a goddamn genius. I watched season 2 of The Rehearsal.
As soon as you told me about it the other night, I've been looking at clips and I'm like, this guy's insane.
I say that the whole time. I say this man is an absolute psychopath. You can never tell if it's a bit, but you can feel this has very little to do with the first season. The only thing that's similar is that he is setting up rehearsals for people.
What was the first season about?
The first season, he's setting up rehearsals for people to get over their social anxieties. So, for example, the first little bit is he has a man on who is afraid to tell the friends that he has on his trivia team that he doesn't actually have a master's degree. But they all think he does, so they always ask him, hey, I've got a job opportunity. You have your master's, right? And then he has to lie. But he's too scared to tell them he doesn't have this. So Nathan uses HBO's money to build an exact replica of the bar, hire actors, and then run rehearsals of him saying, hey, I don't have my master's to his
this
friend.
is a bar that does
so
a
that
trivia
he
night,
can
right?
get comfortable to do it. Yes. And then they go through every scenario that could happen. Like, what if they have a bad reaction to it? What if it's a good reaction? What if they don't care at all? That kind of thing. What if the booth is taken that you guys usually sit at?
Can I cut you off for a second and tell you
Absolutely.
something? I watched the Osama bin Laden doc on Netflix. No, this totally plays. This totally plays. Give me a second. I'll build it. I'll connect it.
What?
So in it, you find out that SEAL Team 6,
Yeah.
they knew the compound. They knew how to rebuild the compound that
Okay.
Osama was in. So they rebuilt it,
They did rehearsals.
and they did rehearsals.
So
This is CIA level shit Fielder's doing.
This proves to me that this is an actual method that can work for people. And it does. It often does really work for these people. This is what it needs.
Or
But
isn't it just a sense of exposure therapy? That's what it is. That's the popular like,
it's a lot of
CBT kind
it's a lot of
technique.
that. But something that's interesting about it is the autism community has really branched onto this, because a lot of autistic people do something called masking, where they teach themselves how to react to certain situations or react to emotions that people give to them, so they can appear more regular, like you were.
Oh,
on,
that's
for
horrible.
example.
I'm so sad.
In a sense, yes, but that's a lot what Nathan does on the show, is teaching people here's
Yeah.
what could happen,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
how you could react to it. So in season 2, as it turns out, Nathan has a deep love for aviation and planes and flying, and not only that, but plane safety. So
One might say obsession.
he finds a link between the co-pilot and the captain having absolutely zero communication before and during the flight.
This is fucked up, Martin.
They don't have any relationship whatsoever. Most of the time, they don't know each other at all.
So
Before
they
the
just paired up
flight,
at random?
yeah, they don't talk to each other. They don't know each other. They don't make conversation. And he thinks because of that, and he has black box videos or audio of planes going down to prove this, that planes are going down because these co-pilots are too afraid to stand up to their pilot, and the whole of all the pilots are too afraid to say, I might have a mental health problem, because you could lose your job. So he's saying, if we run rehearsals where these men are allowed to pretend to be characters, maybe it would allow them to speak up in the guise of, oh, I was just playing a character. I wasn't really being myself. You can't fire me for having a mental health disorder. I was just playing my character.
But the character is the mental health disorder that they possibly
Exactly.
have.
As a pilot, you can be fired for
You
having
can
a
be
mental health
fired
disorder?
for having things like anxiety, depression. You have to fill out a whole chart. He gets into a lot of this. It's completely insane.
Because a lot of, I guess, the ones in the
So
past
can
were
nobody in the world be pilots? Because everyone's
Right.
got those.
right.
The thing is, it doesn't give you the confidence to say you have this thing,
Yeah.
because in the past people have lost their jobs because of that. So they give you the form, and the idea is
That's crazy.
you have to lie on it,
Yeah.
and that's not good.
No.
So a
when
lot of
there's 200 souls on
It's
board.
insane. Like you can't let no one in this there's well, I wouldn't say no one, but there's a few people who don't have some sort of mental health issue like
Exactly.
anxiety or depression. Everyone's got it. Like how do you
I'm
not
on
have
pills.
that?
So they don't feel open to even talk to each other in the cockpit at all, let
That's
alone
crazy that you
stand
shouldn't
up
even
when you
like
think
that's
something
even a
bad
thing
is
you
happening.
for most jobs you can't fire somebody because of a medical condition.
Exactly, but
The airline.
it's
the,
up to the airline. That's exactly it,
the-
Michael.
The Federal Airline Association is government operated, so
If you were an independent pilot, it wouldn't matter at
Exactly.
all.
It'd be on you. But the interesting thing is that I can see why they say that, just because of previous crashes where it's like the plane just fell out of the sky, and then they find out that XYZ pilot was like, I don't care who I take out. Like there is a history. There's a history of that getting by, which
Well, sure, but maybe
I'm not
if he
saying
felt
it'll-
open enough to talk
Yes.
about his condition,
I'm not saying
maybe
it's
he could
right.
have
I'm
gotten
just
help
saying
for it. You know what I mean?
the
And a
idiots
lot
in
of these,
charge.
a lot of these pilots can't have relationships because of their schedule, or at least when they try
So-
to, they don't work out.
Do they even like how do I say this? How would they monitor that? Do they have are pilots like assessed by a psychologist every 6
No.
months?
no, they
No,
just
they
check
are
a box
not.
saying they're fine.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
so stupid.
That's it.
I don't want to fly.
It's all very fascinating, and you can feel that even though Nathan is who he is, and
Tell
if
him
you've
about the
seen
Sully
Nathan
thing.
for you, so he. this
is
is one of the
crazy,
most
Sully.
fascinating things ever he's done. He ponders that the reason that Sully was able to land that plane is because him as a captain not only had the confidence to ask his co-pilot, hey, do you have any ideas? And this is all on the black box. And the co-pilot said, I've got nothing. And then there's a 28-second silence on the black box. And Nathan ponders, because he's done a lot of research on Sully as a person. He's read his biography. He's done all the research he can do. Sully loves to talk about how he got his iPod. The whole end of his biography is how he bought his iPod, and he likes Evanescence. Evanescence's bridge to that song that has fucking Wake Me Up is 28 seconds long. So Nathan ponders that Sully was listening to the bridge of that Evanescence song, Bring Me to Life, and then at the end of it decided, we're going in the Hudson. And he saved all those lives that day. Not only because he was open to asking for help, but because he was able to register his emotions.
It's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
It's
That is the
completely
pitch.
Thought about that before.
insane. These pilots have no way to talk about how they're feeling because of the fear of risking their job, and Nathan is trying to find a way around that by giving them rehearsal opportunities.
The flip side of that too is the scene in Sully where they accuse him of the 28 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he's like, in that 28 seconds, let me tell you what I did.
What does he say?
He talks about the calculations.
Yeah, he's
And
going through the
he's-
calculations in his head.
He's like you. Everybody wants him to be like 1 + 1 = we're going to be fine, right? They want to hear that. That's what they think a pilot does.
But what calculations? What do you mean exactly?
So he's probably figuring out how close he is to turning
do
around.
I have time?
Do I have time to turn around against how low I am to the ground, my trajectory, my airspeed, the buildings around me, the turning radius of the plane, like all of the things that pilots are trained for that they never do because it's like take off, autopilot off, land, right?
But think,
So-
while that's happening, buzzers are going off, alarms are going off, telling him he's going to crash. So he puts in his iPod to fucking think. And
I don't remember them doing that in the movie, but you think he does that?
I don't think he would mention to the government that he was listening to Evanescence when the plane went down.
I mean, I want that to be in the fucking end
You
credits.
have to watch it, Michael.
I will. Like this is
He builds an exact replica of the Houston airport with HBO's money. They gave him
damn it.
so much money. He flies the bar that he made across the country.
And this is where the comedy is.
Yes, because he talks about that too. He's like, I can't just make this the documentary that I want it to be because HBO expects it to be a comedy.
Jimmy,
And yeah.
do you know where they filmed these? Like, because you know they build sets, right? Where did they film this? Do you know?
I believe Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
I believe. Yeah. But I don't, like, if everything I told you doesn't sell you on this,
Oh, 100%.
I don't know what else to do.
I had to
you
finish the
have
studio
to watch
last
it.
night.
Everyone's going to be talking about it.
Okay. How many?
This is a 10. I don't care what you say. I don't care what bracket you give me. It's a 10.
What's the lead singer of Evanescence? Amy.
I can't remember.
10 Amy's out of 10.
10 Amy's out of 10.
10 Wake Me Up.
10. Wake me up before you go.
Wow. No, that's insane for like a half hour.
It's
HBO.
incredible. They gave him a lot of money.
What do you think? 20 mil?
You're just going to have to watch.
Does he admit how much?
No, but you'll have an idea when you watch
Okay.
it.
All right.
I mean, if you build a replica of the Houston airport, that's a
An
pretty big fucking airport, I
exact
imagine.
replica.
Like you need a big studio space to do that. Like that's not all
Or a
that cheap.
place out in the desert and build it from scratch.
And just keep in mind, every
California.
episode gets better. None are bad. Every episode just gets better and better.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this tomorrow night when I get back.
You got to start with one if you want.
Yeah,
And if it
no,
sucks you in, watch them all.
As long as they're like it's not congruent, so it doesn't matter where I start.
Do you need to watch season 1 to get season 2?
You do
or
not
can
at
you
all.
still-
No,
No,
it's just
you don't need
different
to watch
stories.
season 1 at all. Yeah.
All right, well there you have it, listener. The Rehearsal, Captain America, 50% of it, and the
And what'd you watch?
and the Thunderbolts,
Yes.
which
New
uh,
Avengers.
Yeah,
named-
you mean New Avengers.
named after
Avengers.
Avengers.
I think it's the Sacramento
Yeah.
something
Uh-huh.
Thunderbolts is Elena's soccer team, which is where the
Wow.
name comes from. Yeah.
All right, well, that makes me happy.
Yeah. You're the Thunderbolts, Elena. Anyways, Martin, what time is it?
12. Oh, no, it's
Oh,
almost noon
well, look
here in
at-
Vancouver.
Funny man.
Funny.
Man, like he doesn't know what time it is. Funny man.
Time.
At my signal, unleash hell. Push it. Don't push it. I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Goldstein, give me a fat beat to beat my buddy's ass.
I know what kind of guy you are. I never would have agreed to work with you.
Are you gonna bark all day, mean doggy? Or are you gonna fight? What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. Would you repeat it?
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
But yeah, it's debate time, listener. So we're gonna take you
Floor is open.
through the original John Wick.
We're going to wake you up.
We're
Jimmy's
gonna-
movie pick got picked this week.
Yeah,
for the review.
yeah, it did. We had a list. I was like, what about? I thought Fast and the Furious would be a good example because
I thought Star Wars.
Star
was
Wars,
funny.
yeah.
We got to talk topical.
Right. So, and like, I mean, it is a rule. With that being said, obviously it's John Wick. Obviously, Wes Anderson is directing it. So everything attached to Wes Anderson, we can just put it to the side. It's already there. It already exists. This is for major cast, maybe a little bit of soundtrack, the feel, the vibe, all that fun stuff that's going to come out of it. I have a title. You guys wanna hear the title?
Yeah.
It's John Wick, A Gentleman's Retaliation. A Wes
That's a good
Anderson
title.
film.
Let's call it that.
The Italian retaliation. That's pretty good, Mike. That's pretty good. I like that a lot.
All right, John
We're
Wick, The
calling it
Italian
that. That's
I
the
like
Retaliation.
movie.
that a lot. Well done. Well, that's easy.
It's the gentleman retaliation kind of plays into it. So I figure because like it can't just be like John Wick.
Then
by
I have
Wes
a feeling we
Anderson.
picked the same John Wick.
I think we did.
Just or what about John Wick, a man and his dog?
Sure, right? It's gotta have a something like
The
Dark-
fantastic John
Doggy
Wick's dog.
Vengeance.
Yeah,
The
Johnny Vengeance.
fantastic Daisy.
The fantastic John Wick and the Fantastic Daisy.
Fantastic Mrs. Daisy.
I like them all. I mean, it's
John
just.
Wick, Daisy's Last Walk.
Oh.
Oh, I think that's it. John Wick, Daisy's Last Walk.
Oh Lord.
Let's not push that any further. I don't need any more choices in my life. That's perfect. A Wes Anderson film.
Let's start.
Okay, so do we want to do the money shot first, or
Let's do that. Let's start with the first guy, the main character.
Yeah,
Who
you
do
got to
think?
start with John Wick and lead from there.
All right, Jonathan.
It'll make the rest of the picks easier.
Martin, you started reviews, so I wonder if this is gonna, because listener, we haven't talked. We all picked. We the rule was we just had to pick from Wes's regs, right? That was
Wes's regs, yeah.
Wes's regs. So
course.
and I mean sometimes he does pick a random new person, like Edward Norton isn't a regular.
Michael Cera, this is his first.
Michael Cera's first. Benicio
Shockingly.
del Toro's first.
Yeah.
But Tilda Swinton's done it before. Angelica's a
Yeah.
call on. Not Wes.
So what you're saying is it doesn't have to be a reg. It can be someone who is a star.
But you're going to have to argue if you
Yeah.
think they deserve to be in a Wes Anderson movie for all three of us. I've stuck regular. So Martin, let's
I
see.
stuck regular.
Who did
I'm
you?
gonna go with obviously. There's only one person to play John Wick in this, Wes Anderson cast. It's
Interesting.
got to be Adrian Brody.
Are you Adrian Brody?
No, I'm not.
You're not Adrian Brody?
No, and I didn't go
I'm
with a
Adrian
reg.
Brody.
I
I
did
am
not go
also
with a reg.
Adrian Brody. Like, okay, the black hair.
Yeah.
You
It's
could
gotta
put
be.
some
It's the
fuzz
only
on
person
him.
who can
No,
play
I
like
get
an
it.
action hero. Is
No,
Adrian
I
Brody.
understand. And
He's already done it?
No, I understand. I get it. I thought, okay. I thought just with the Italian
Did you pick Bob
retaliation.
Balaban?
No, Gentleman's Retaliation.
I didn't go with a reg. I went with a newcomer. I went with Benicio del Toro. Because John Wick is a little older in the movie, I thought, and with for some reason, I pictured Benicio del Toro as his character in
Sicario.
Usual Suspects.
Oh,
Actually.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I was thinking.
I thought he'd be a hilarious John Wick,
I'll
a
flip
great
ya.
John Wick.
Flip you for good.
If we're doing 90s Benicio, I agree with you, Jimmy. If it's 90s or early
Dr.
2000s
Gonzo?
Benicio, I
Sure.
agree. Like Benicio from Sicario or was he in Traffic?
He was in Traffic.
He was in Traffic, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Traffic.
That's fine, but like if we're talking Benicio now, I can't argue that.
What if we're casting John Wick 4?
I just look at
No, casting, we're rebooting the series. It's a reboot.
I
of
know.
Adrian.
First John Wick.
Guys, Adrian won an Oscar. He needs to work. We all know the Oscar
Listen,
curse,
I know
right?
I lost this one. I understand.
It is 2-1.
If
I mean,
I do
Benicio
have
was a more
Benicio
regular.
in my picks though, Jimmy.
Oh, okay,
So,
great.
yeah.
All right. As
I-
long as he's in there somewhere.
you know what it is? It's like when Ariana Grande got nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her first major film, and I'm like, I can't.
You don't feel right about
I don't feel right about that. I also don't feel right about ignoring Adrian when we are branded as an Adrian Brody podcast. Like,
True.
There is a deal we signed.
True.
So let me just get a notepad up here and mark down.
I did pick Bob Balaban.
Brody as John Wick,
All
the
right.
Baba Yaga.
Tilda Swinton as John Wick.
I was thinking that actually.
I'm kind of into it.
I'm
I was
into it
thinking that
too.
again.
She can rock a pantsuit like nobody's business.
But I also do have a Tilda Swinton.
I do
in
as
this-
well.
In this pick
Okay.
as well.
All right. So there's that. Where's my list here? There it is. All right. So
Shoot. Who's next?
I think. I mean, you know, I have a history.
You know.
With this specific role, we did do a dog debate. I think I did 4Ds there. That's
Terrible.
alliteration. We did do a dog debate.
That was a rough
and
one for
That was
you.
a rough one for me. I tried to make Daisy. I tried to bring Daisy all the way to the end. I thought she was one of the most pivotal dogs on
She's no
screen.
littlest hobo, Mike.
But yeah, sure. I mean, looking back, it was a bad decision. But I feel now. Okay, so we've got Adrian Brody.
We got him to admit that. That's a good first step.
Also, I mean, like, if Adrian Brody was to do this, I don't know if we have to do it in the same order, but it kind of would be nice maybe that we do Daisy next. And for Daisy, because we've seen dogs,
Yeah.
right? And we know that he can do animation as well as he can do whatever. So maybe we throw a little bit of, like, sideways animation.
What are
like,
you possibly thinking?
I'm
right
thinking
now?
Saoirse Ronan as Daisy's voice as a
Saoirse?
flashback. Is it Saoirse or Saoirse?
Saoirse?
Saoirse? Saoirse?
What are you talking about?
Saoirse Ronan, the Irish lady from like a few different Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah, she's
she did Lady Bird, Hummingbird, Lady Bird.
Lady Bird.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Saoirse Ronan for
Yeah.
the voice of Daisy, because I don't want Daisy to be an animal.
Oh
I
my
want Daisy to be a voiced character. So that's
I hate you, Mike.
okay, but just follow me here. Like Fantastic Mr. Fox, dogs, all of the animation shit that ties into that. It would be funny to just have this one animated character Because it's Wes Anderson. We can get away with it.
I'm gonna kill you.
We can get away with it. Does anybody else have an idea for a voice for Daisy?
I'm gonna say this. I also picked. I picked a claymation dog.
He gets
like
it.
A beagle.
He gets it.
But since it's gonna be, they do violence to the dog. It's claymation, so it's a little bit more accepting.
Okay.
Just that one scene. Just that one scene will be claymation. That's it.
Kind of like Kill Bill.
But the dog will be voiced by George Clooney.
That's funny. Why do the animals have voices for you guys?
Because they're Wes Anderson movies.
He doesn't have talking animals in his live-action movies, does he?
He has talking animals in his animated
No,
movies.
I know.
It's George Clooney. I'm putting George Clooney in.
We're
as,
able to do
the
whatever
voice
we
of
want
Daisy.
here, man. Why are you arguing? Get outside the lines.
I
Color
am outside the
Jimmy,
lines.
just like
I
trivia.
am outside the lines on mine.
Okay.
I species swapped, and I cast the cat from the movie Keanu, the Key and Peele movie.
Oh, you species swapped.
I
because-
species swapped. How do you feel about that?
So Daisy's
You guys
now
didn't
a
even
cat.
cast a puppy, by the way. It's not as sad if you stomp a dog. It's sadder if you stomp a puppy. I chose a kitten
Well,
because
no,
that's even
obviously-
sadder.
Obviously, it's a puppy. It's a beagle puppy. Like
Yeah.
it's the same animal. It's just
Yeah.
George Clooney has to voice. I picked George Clooney for this one. I'm sorry. Like
I hate you guys so much.
I think it's George Clooney.
God damn it.
like George as the voice.
They
of Daisy,
kill a kitten that would have stayed a kitten forever.
I mean, I think it's funny that it's a female
I'll
name.
agree. I'll
traditionally.
agree with your kitten, Jimmy, as long as it's claymation and
Damn
voiced by George Clooney.
I'm
I
fine
will
with.
agree with your
Okay,
kitten.
I can meet in the middle on that.
Okay.
I can meet with a cat voiced by George Clooney named Dick instead of Daisy
I hate you guys.
or Durbin
What if we name we can still name the cat Keanu?
We can
By
still
the
name
way.
the cat Keanu. Yes,
because it's
but it has
because
to be voiced by
Keanu-
George Clooney.
yes. Okay,
Yeah.
so Keanu, voiced by George Clooney, is a cat.
Claymation.
in
Claymation.
claymation. Oh Jesus, that's a lot to write.
I hate
All
you
right,
guys.
Fine, fair enough.
Hey, we gave you your pick.
Yeah, I know. I got what I wanted.
Daisy.
The vote went through the House of Congress and the Senate floor, so it got changed.
You
The
guys
vote got
added a bunch of
changed.
bills to it.
No, we buried a bunch of fucking shit in the bottom.
I got my way, but you guys took away clean water.
Yeah, no more Medicaid for you,
Put
buddy.
fluoride in your water.
God damn it.
We're gonna drill in your town.
Oh, man. We're going to frack in my
We're fracking in
backyard.
Winnipeg.
There's $10 a day daycare, but you guys are going to frack.
Yeah, I own the daycares.
Oh, man.
That's how that works. Okay, let's see the list here.
Yeah.
I did. This is in no specific order, listener. So I think Winston is a good idea. We have
Ian
what do you-
McShane, the
Ian
original
McShane.
cast. Let's recast that right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Can I go first this time?
Yes, you can. Yes,
This
you can.
is where I have gender swapped into putting Tilda Swinton into this character.
Jimmy,
Oh.
that is my exact pick.
Yeah!
Oh, I got a lot of work to do.
I don't know why. I can't really put a pin on it, but I feel like Tilda would perfectly.
She would crush us as a Winston.
He just has like this stoic thing that Tilda
Yes.
can also pull off.
Look at the ancient one in
Yeah, that's
Marvel,
kind of what
right?
I'm thinking.
You're
Or even like Gabriel and Constantine.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Exactly.
We're on a big Keanu kick.
I mean, I went with the obvious.
Who?
I went with Gustav. I went with the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, okay.
I went with Ray Fiennes. And I only did that because I've seen him do the Regal, like he's M in Bond.
No, that's a good pick.
Right? But I like this Tilda Swinton thing for the simple, like, they've worked together before,
They have.
right?
Mhm.
And, I mean, if Keanu will be obviously consulted on this just to make sure it stays in the somewhat grounded in the world of John Wick. But Tilda Swinton, Keanu. Yeah, I mean, I could sit here all day and tell you why Ray Fiennes is amazing and a chameleon and can do
You're
whatever
No
he
already
doubt.
wants.
No doubt.
But I'm outvoted, and there's a schedule to keep. There's meat being smoked. So, yeah, I think the reason you guys are saying Tilda Swinton is because her deadpan is great.
I thought about giving her the what's his name? Riddick.
Vin Rams?
No.
Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel?
No, Lance Riddick.
Oh, Lance Kendrick?
Oh, Lance Kendrick, who played him. Yeah, Lance Kendrick played the concierge. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
No.
Isn't that
Sorry.
Lance Riddick?
No. We're doing. I fucked up we did Winston, the hotel manager.
No, I didn't think we were doing a
Lance
different
Reddick,
character.
Lance
I
Reddick,
thought
Lance
Tilda
Reddick.
Swinton would have been great as Reddick's character as well.
Oh, so she can do both. She
Yeah.
can be
As
the
Sharon.
concierge.
He's Sharon. That's
if we
Sharon.
didn't, if
Yeah.
we didn't give
I was
Tilda
thinking
Swinton
Lance
this
Kendrick.
role,
I don't
I
get it.
thought, okay, well, we can definitely put her in this position.
Yeah, watching her hold a hotel and be
I thought that would have been cool.
and Ian McShane is English or Irish. He's
Right,
European.
it kind of fits.
It fits, right? I'm down with.
I thought we nailed it.
Tilda in Grand Budapest is like even just playing the crazy old lady in the background that
She's great.
loves her cake is all right.
She's lovely.
Who do we want to do next?
We can do Lance Kendrick.
Okay, all right. Tilda
Sharon, the concierge.
Swinton.
It is Lance Reddick, by the way.
Or Lance Kendrick. Why does he say Kendrick? Who's Lance Kendrick?
Just
Lance
don't
Kendrick?
come for us.
Lance Kendrick, is that is a, I know it's a name, Martin, I just don't know who. Okay. All right, back to the drawing board here. All right, so Sharon the concierge. All right.
This is kind of a tough one.
It is because they are a tag team,
Yeah.
right? So
I
you
went
need
with
someone.
I went with Jeffrey Wright.
Who's gonna have that with them? That's an interesting pick.
See, I did what you
My
did
man,
with Tilda.
Jeffrey Wright.
I did what you did with Tilda. I had Jeffrey Wright as either this or someone else, which I will concede for someone else because I think my pick for the concierge is the best place for him.
Okay.
He's a commonly used character. It is not a Wes Anderson movie without him. This is
It's a good point.
Bill fucking Murray.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were going that way.
I think
And
now,
that's an easy role for him to do too.
it is. It's not a lot of work. You can shoot him out in a week, right? Like
I have
'cause
Bill
it's-
Murray for something else.
Of course,
in this pick.
this is going to be a crossover of all crossovers because it's like they're so good at everything that you can do in his movies. But I think Bill Murray's great for this because now we can add a sense of humor into it, where like Lance was helpful and Lance was stoic and like all of like very behind the scenes. But it'd be funny now to have him like get involved, right?
And seeing
make
Bill
jabs
Murray turn around at the
at the counter the first time and be like, "Oh, you look like shit, John," right? Like, you can have a drink. I was gonna have a drink after. Let's have a drink together. Let's talk about what's going on. And he just like improv shoot the shit.
I'm leaning towards Bill Murray as well, but I want to hear. Can we hear where Martin
Yes.
wants Bill Murray
Yes.
to be?
I want Bill Murray to be the gangster.
The Bowery
Papa
King.
gangster.
Wow.
Gangster.
No,
The
Russian.
uncle?
Gangster.
The uncle.
Yeah, because his nephew is the one who kills John
No,
Wick's
the
dog,
dad.
right?
The dad is the
It's
one.
dad's
That's his
son.
dad.
Dad's
Okay,
son.
it's a father and
Yeah,
son.
that's
Okay.
that's Alfie Allen's dad is the gangster,
Yeah.
right? So
I watched John Wick kill a man with a
I want Bill Murray as the gangster role.
All right.
What
I
if
think
we
Bill,
did?
I think Bill Murray's too old for the concierge.
What if we did Edward Norton as the concierge?
Edward Norton as the concierge is fine.
How do you
I
feel
like
about
Jeffrey
that?
Wright, just 'cause I like
Okay,
that-
why do you
but
like
Edward
Jeffrey
Norton-
Wright?
Yeah, tell us why you like Jeffrey Wright as that role.
I just like Jeffrey Wright because he's in Wes Anderson movies. If you want that stoic kind of helpful role, that's Jeffrey Wright. Look at him in all his roles. Look at him in like
Burn Arnold.
What was it, the Maze Runner?
Burn Arnold
ones?
is a great
Look at him in
example.
The Last of Us as well. He's in season 2. So
Let's go Jeffrey Wright. I'm going to jump that way. I think Martin's right.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Jeffrey Wright. And yeah, it fucking. There's no wrong answer
He
here.
fits
That's
that,
the
man.
thing.
I think he fits that so well. I think
just want the
Martin's right.
most points. That's all I care about.
We
he's
all
very
win here
He's
today.
always calculating, right? All his characters are very calculating, logical.
He'd
that
be-
have- and
yeah.
His voice sounds like that.
one of those
Adrian Brody
characters-
stumbles in. Jeffrey Wright's there to know exactly how he needs help.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm into that. Who's next? The nephew or the son? Sorry.
Let me check the list
So
here.
wait, are we agreeing on Bill Murray as Papa Gangster?
Well, no,
I think I'm agreeing
I
with
would
you
like to
there.
submit for that before
Okay,
we agree to that.
I'm
but
open to ideas.
I was thinking the Bowery King.
Is that the
Oh, that's
Lawrence Fishburne?
Lawrence
Yeah.
Fishburne. Let's.
Oh, that's tough.
That's where I had Jeffrey Wright.
Oh man.
That's where I had him.
Man, shit. Oh no.
I am the motherfucking king. Can you imagine him breaking? Like when Denzel broke in the Gladiator 2?
I was thinking Goldblum as Bowery King.
That's interesting too.
I love
if you want
Goldblum.
someone big, Goldblum can play big.
Yeah,
Look at him as the leader in that, what was that Marvel movie in
Oh,
Ragnarok?
Thor Ragnarok, yeah.
Oh man.
You can just play an Jeff Goldblum can play an outlandish character. Like, you know what I mean? Just
Who'd you have
someone
for Bowery
silly,
King?
But
I kind of
Powerful.
I split them up into two, and I have both Wilson brothers.
Luke and
The Bowery
the
Kings.
Wilson brothers
The
as
Bowery
Kings.
Oh,
I like that.
oh, that's
Because have they
interesting.
done one together? Like, have they done a lot
Bottle
of
Rocket,
Wes
Bottle
Anderson?
Rocket, wasn't it?
They did do. I believe Luke. Hey, Luke. Are
was Bottle
It was
Rocket,
Bottle
wasn't
Rocket. It's his first one. Yes, that's the only
Yeah.
one I think they've done together. But isn't
Imagine bringing them back for something like this to
that's
play.
I like your idea, Jimmy, as the combination Bowery Kings.
yeah.
I thought that'd be really fun.
And then one is like just a lazy
because
fucking...
it can't just be John Wick, you know. It can't just be the exact same. There's got to be little differences.
Well, and this is what you do with a Wes Anderson
Yeah.
movie, right? You're like, let's turn it upside down.
I like the bickering
add peach
brothers
to it.
yeah.
Fuck the color hue, shrink the screen size, pick a odd, weird soundtrack, and then it's Wes Anderson. Okay,
I like it. I like it. The Bowery Kings, Luke and Owen Wilson.
I got him. We got him, Ma.
But they have to be claymation.
God damn it!
You get your dog
every time. How do I keep losing these?
The Owen brothers.
The Owen brothers.
All right.
They're both named Owen.
Well, the brothers, the brothers Wilson.
The brothers Owen.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do this at the same time because I feel it's a combo, right? So it's Vigo and it's Iosif. Is that how we say it, Martin, or is it Yosef? Okay, so we have Yosef Tarasov.
Yosef, you're the new Phoenician, bro.
Thank you,
Iosif. So we have Vigo and Yosef Tarasov, the father and son combination. I know. Martin, you go first with this one.
For this one, Bill Murray is a dad. That's what I had.
Okay.
And then as a son, Jason Schwartzman.
Interesting.
Okay.
I had Willem Dafoe. We're gonna switch it up.
Yeah.
Because I know we've got him as the original contract killer.
Okay.
So we're gonna take him out of that role. But like we said before, there are certain people who've done both.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna maneuver him.
All right.
Because he doesn't have that big of a role.
He should have more.
He should have more. And I think there was more shot. They may have just cut it for time.
Okay.
But I want to move him into the Russian role as the father, and I want Timothée Chalamet as the son.
Okay.
Jimmy?
I like Martin's of the
Bill
Murray and the Schwartzman. I had Schwartzman, Michael Cera.
Schwartzman is the
I don't
dad.
mind Schwartzman, Michael Cera. I just want to have Bill Murray in this fucking movie. That's it.
Bill Murray's got to be somewhere.
Okay.
But I thought that would be so funny to have Michael Cera.
that.
Michael Cera's the shit-eating son.
Can we do Bill Murray and Michael Cera?
You know what's funny?
Yeah, I'm into that.
You know what's funny? Like Michael Cera and Jason Schwartzman can both play the shit-eating son. Like you just wanna punch their
Absolutely.
face for
We could have
something.
two sons.
Absolutely.
If we have two kings, we could have two sons.
We could have two
Twice the
sons.
kills.
Right?
What if we have an older, younger son?
I like that.
What if we replace the bodyguard that was with him that day in the car?
Yeah,
It's
with
just an
another
extra
brother.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Jason Schwartzman's the older brother. Michael Cera's the younger brother who
Love
gets in the
it.
shit and has to clean up his.
And Bill Murray
younger
is
brother.
the Russian father. Holy shit.
With a pencil.
Holy shit! I like this cast, boys.
Is this the greatest movie ever made?
Father, Bill Murray, because I'm not spelling out that Russian name.
Two sons.
Sons.
Because you got, well, I mean, you
Sarah
can't have the
and-
Baudry Kings without having the Russian sons.
Yeah, no, you're right.
A lot of twins in this movie.
Oh, we got to cast Miss Perkins as well.
Okay,
For the first
Miss
one.
Perkins.
Harvey Keitel.
Harvey. Mr. Perkins? Is it Mr. Perkins now?
I would have gone with ScarJo.
ScarJo is
ScarJo's an interesting choice.
ScarJo's a very interesting choice.
He's already an action star.
I'm gonna make this so fucking odd because I'm gonna go back to the original. I'm gonna go Gwyneth Paltrow.
Angelica Houston.
Okay, maybe Angelica. Yeah, okay, we moved Willem, so let's bring Angelica Houston into the first one because she's also in the second one.
Yeah.
We don't get to the adjudicator till the second. So Angelica Houston is Miss Perkins, fighting Adrian Brody.
Fighting that's like a hate crime for elderly abuse. You know what I mean? That's opposed
Yeah,
to
but
for
that
elderly
makes
abuse.
she's so fucking badass, man. Like the woman that she plays, like when she plays Steve's wife in Life Aquatic,
Yeah.
no fuck around. Angelica Houston could break you in fucking half, like break you in half or make you succumb to her fucking charms. I think
How
it
about
would
this?
be
The wife will be played by ScarJo, Mrs. Wick, the dead wife.
the dead wife.
I like that. I'm into
Okay.
that.
Scarlett
Because we have the
Johansson.
flashbacks, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so Angelica gets Mrs. Perkins, and dead wife
Is
is ScarJo.
ScarJo.
Holy shit. Okay, let me write this out here.
We're casting the entire movie.
Yeah, well, we're on time here. We're all right. So dead wife is ScarJo, because that was the atomic bomb movie,
Yeah.
right? With Ribisi was in that too. Okay, dead wife, ScarJo, Miss Perkins,
Do we just need like Wazamo then?
Angelica.
With Zamo and Willem Dafoe. Hey,
Right,
Marcus,
and
his
Willem
character
Dafoe.
needs to be cast.
Okay.
Who's
We actually
like-
need two more. We need Leguizamo's,
but
and
we
then
need Defoe's.
Defoe's character, but there's actually a third.
Who?
The narrator.
I forgot that there's
Who's
a
the
narrator.
narrator? I didn't
They
know
have
There's
a
no
narrator?
narrator in John Wick movies.
But there is in Wes Anderson.
in movies.
Oh yeah.
See? We'll get through this.
Okay, let's do narrator first. I have a good idea for narrator.
I have
right
a great idea for narrating.
Shoot.
Okay, I'm going to go on Alec Baldwin. Roll
That's not bad.
Tannenbaums. Roll Tannenbaums. He can't shoot anybody. It's fine.
He shouldn't have a gun.
There's no reason for him to have a gun.
I'm gonna go see Rust.
But I think Alec Baldwin, maybe even
I was
Billy
gonna go Harvey
Baldwin.
Keitel or Samuel L. Jackson.
Is Samuel L. Is he a
but
Wes Anderson
no,
regular?
He's not, but he would
but
do so
as a
well.
narrator.
If he hasn't been in one, I don't know if you can use him.
But hang on, this is where we said we talk about this. Alec Baldwin was only the narrator. Alec Baldwin
But
hasn't.
that still
been,
counts. He's been a part of a Wes Anderson.
Sure, but he hasn't been on screen. So if you don't know the voice, right?
Then maybe Harvey Keitel.
Actually, you know what? Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston. Brian
As a
Cox.
narrator.
Bryan Cranston.
Now, Michael, this isn't Brian Cox.
I know. I know. He's not going to yell at me for no fucking reason. He's not going to get mad at my method acting. Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston. Yeah.
Wasn't he?
As a narrator.
Wasn't he the big
Isle of Dogs.
head? He was the big head in
He was
Power
in, he was in
Rangers?
Isle of Dogs. And, he's also in the studio too, as the studio head.
Excellent.
The studio owner. Okay, so Bryan
Cranston.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Who doesn't love a little Malcolm in the Middle?
It's coming back.
Reboot. Okay, so that leaves. Who did that leave?
Let's do Leguizamo.
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 We need the guy
so here,
who.
Jimmy, this is where I picked Benicio.
Yeah.
come in and play.
I think Benicio fits it
Leguizamo.
pretty well, and we haven't used him, so
I'm gonna say Donald Glover.
I like
was
Donald
he in
Glover.
Wes Anderson's?
He was in the
Dude.
Tannenbaums.
Oh, you're right. Wow,
Right? That's want to talk
I
some
couldn't
jive?
remember
I'll
that,
talk
but
some
yeah.
jive.
Donald Glover's
He's
both of
Angelica
those are
Houston's
great
new
picks.
husband in Royal Tannenbaums.
It's just
And he's old, he's crusty, right? Like instead of having Leguizamo, who's got that cool Spanish style, right?
Yeah.
As a criminal and all that shit. We are Wes Anderson, right? So I'm just throwing the bottom of my hat now because I didn't have anybody for Leguizamo.
I think
Yeah,
let's go
I-
Benicio.
Benicio,
Benicio's good.
It's
He's
so
still-
adjacent,
He's got that
yeah.
mumble thing he can do instead
Yeah.
of the.
Yeah, I agree.
what
What the fuck?
the fuck? Okay, so what's Leguizamo's character's name again? We never say it.
Aurelio.
Aurelio. Thank
Aurelio,
you.
yeah.
We don't say it enough, so
Do we?
and we're gonna spell it wrong too.
What can you do?
Aurelio.
Not how I spelt it.
So Willem Dafoe's character is like the classic.
Hitman.
Assassin.
Hitman.
The old
He's
man
the hitman
assassin.
who gets the first contract.
Well, I'll say we haven't used Keitel. We haven't used Edward Norton.
I was thinking Norton for this one.
Even Goldblum.
Or Goldblum.
We
Yeah,
you know
Goldblum or
what?
Norton is-
Goldblum.
was I was thinking.
Goldblum
Because who fits
As
the
the
Wes Anderson theme the most?
as the eccentric hitman, right? As the
They both-
kooky hitman.
Both Norton and Goldblum can play.
yes,
think they
both
can both
yes,
hit
I can
that.
kill him. Yes, I can do that.
And so unassuming.
Right?
Whereas Willem Dafoe, if you see him coming towards you, you think you're going to die.
Yeah.
I just think his character from Boondock Saints.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a manic
Did we use
character.
Willem?
We
Did we swap Willem? But we didn't do your idea.
what we did was we used Angelica for Mrs. Perkins.
Right.
But we haven't cast Defoe, so we could leave Defoe
we
as
could
Defoe.
just leave Dafoe.
I mean, Defoe is Defoe. Fuck Defoe.
yeah, I think we should just use Willem Dafoe.
But then he's like, hey, stop being Defoe, be Wes Anderson Defoe, right? Be the Defoe in Life Aquatic, where it's
Yeah.
like, do you know Zizisu? Right? Do you?
I think we have to leave him as his character.
It's wrong if we. I mean, yeah, okay.
He's already there.
Is there a name
I
for
mean,
the
we got
Hitman,
Bill
Martin?
Murray, we got to have Willem Dafoe.
Wes Anderson's going to cast him anyways.
But he has to be in claymation during all the violence.
Fuck you. Go play a video game.
I think, not jumping ahead, but I think I have the perfect location for us.
Where are we shooting?
Winnipeg.
I
Tell
mean,
me that after Nobody, tell me Winnipeg wouldn't be perfect.
You're right. Like,
Thank you.
I've seen Winnipeg.
I was thinking the French Riviera.
What's so
That's what
great
I was
about that?
That has Wes Anderson all over
It doesn't have the Winnipeg charm.
I would like the Caribbean. I think we haven't seen a Caribbean-based
Wes Anderson.
Wes
movie?
Anderson movie yet, right? So we're due for some like steel drum soundtrack.
Why not all
shit.
three?
I mean, you know why not? It's a traveling hitman, right?
It's a traveling hitman movie.
John Wick 4 can take place in Winnipeg.
Thank you.
true.
I'll take that.
Okay.
That's what the studio
Which
promised
somehow
me.
brings him there. I don't know how that World of
That's where he
Assassination somehow brings him
retires.
to Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Like it's always one place, right? Like Limited is India, and the camp one, I can't remember the camp name one. That's in
It's probably somewhere in like northeastern United States. Or something
right,
like that.
and then like Life Aquatic is underwater. Like it's always one place. So like, where's that one place? There's Winnipeg. There's the French Riviera. I think we could use.
We have had French before.
We have had French. Yeah,
I think I'm going to go
What about
Caribbean
the,
with
What about
Mike.
the Italian Amalfi Coast?
I'm going Caribbean with Mike.
I think we need to go to St.
Caribbean?
Thomas. I need to go to the Virgin Islands.
I'm into that.
All right.
I'm going
And
it
the
with you.
colors
Virgin
work,
Islands it is.
right? Like it's bright colors.
I could imagine what he'd do with it.
All right.
Excellent location.
The Caribbean.
Oh, I just watched A Real Pain, off topic a little bit, but Winnipeg got a little mention in A Real
They
Pain.
did. Don't they mention it like a
the-
tourist fact or something?
Yeah, I forget his name, but one of the characters is with them on the tour in Poland, and he talks about how he recently converted to Judaism
Yes,
after his
yes.
family moved from Rwanda to Winnipeg.
It's the Eisenberg and the
Yeah, and Kieran Culkin.
story.
I like the movie. I understand why the movie itself didn't win anything, but Kieran Culkin, yeah, he deserved it. He was fantastic.
I did have a note that
It's
I
on Disney
wanted.
Plus.
I think you guys can agree with me. I wanted all the weapons
Shoot.
to be like antique revolvers.
Yeah, you want it to be a Western?
Yeah, well, not a Western, but like
No,
a
no,
Western
muskets.
Anderson?
with like, but like,
Muskets.
you know how in 4 where they're like dueling pistols and all that shit.
Sure.
So this plays better with this because having like a modified Glock with, you know, a
Doesn't fit a
smooth
Wes
loading
Anderson
port doesn't.
move.
It's
Yeah.
it's too grounded
I
in
get
crime.
that.
So like.
Only weapons during the 1800s.
Yeah, thank you. Dueling pistols, rapiers,
Okay.
right? Exploding umbrellas, like funny, dumb, classic shit that's more about like the single shot instead of the John Wick shoot off.
You know what happens when I listen to Harvey Weinstein talk?
What?
I get rapiers.
That's a good joke.
Thank you.
That's a really good joke. I think we can all agree we got to go 4x3, right? We can't have a widescreen. This can't be cinematic like John Wick. It's got to be contained inside of
right.
a smaller frame.
No, you're right.
Did anybody have any notes for soundtrack? Like,
I thought
I thought
I was
Alex.
thinking Danny Elfman is doing.
Okay.
The
I
soundtrack.
said the same thing.
I had Alexander Desplat.
What did he do? He doesn't even know. We're going Elfman.
He's a, yeah. Yeah. That's what that happens when you try to sound smart, listener.
I want whoever Coogler got for Sinners.
That was the dude who did Mandalorian.
That's who I want.
That's the German guy.
I'm throwing that into the hat.
I'm okay with the Mandalorian taking it.
There you see. I thought you might be. I want soundtrack from Sinners.
What's his name? God damn it.
Because I watched that movie 2 times, and it is incredible. It's been in theaters for like 3 months, it feels like.
Ludwig Göransson.
Yeah, love him. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Yeah, I mean, he's
I don't care.
he's on his way to being like the next John
He's going to be the guy.
Williams.
Yeah.
Like he's got a lot of.
I think he's great. Like, he nailed it. That movie should win. I don't know what that's going to win, but Sinners should win something.
It has to. It really has to.
Costumes, I don't
Okay,
care,
sounds
whatever.
Probably screenplay, a best original screenplay.
I'd really appreciate that. I think if they won, honestly, they deserve an Academy Award for that movie. It is.
Well, we
incredible.
gotta like
Who's making
7
this?
months, 8 months.
Yeah,
to
we've
find
got a
out.
few months.
There's something like Neon, something like A24.
Amblin Entertainment.
Fuck you and your big tentpole shit. No.
Give them all the money to make this movie.
Do you know Amblin was Steven Spielberg's first movie title?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I read that the other day.
Who does Wes Anderson usually make his movies with?
I
own?
think he's Focus, actually.
Okay.
I don't. He's
I think we
obviously
should
got
keep
his
it
own.
Focus.
Wes Anderson production.
And I want Amblin. I want them to have all the money that they could ever need for this cast.
So his is Indian Paintbrush. That's his main
Right.
production company. But I believe Focus, some independent
Depends what he's
version of a
making.
studio,
Yeah.
right? Not the big wing of Warner Brothers, but something that Warner Brothers.
I want Ketchup Entertainment to make this. The studio that
Rockstar
bought
Industries.
Wile E. Coyote.
I have Studio Babelsberg is who he makes it with.
Babelsberg. I mean,
Yeah, Wes Anderson collaborates with Studio Babelsberg for production. He has worked with Indian Paintbrush, a production company owned by his friend and investor Steven.
Oh,
Stephen Rouse. Because when you do a Wes Anderson movie, you do it on the cheap. Nobody gets paid. It's like a
Fine.
compliment to get to do one, right?
That's why it's all all the fight scenes will be claymation.
We got to keep it in the budget.
Claymation blood.
All right, you guys want to go through this for listener here?
sure.
So,
do it.
John Wick, A Gentleman's Retaliation, recasting, brought to you by the Real Debaters of
Michael
2025. Adrian Brody will play John Wick. Daisy, as the dog, will be cast as George Clooney in a claymation animation style.
Hell yeah, that's
kitten.
my one pick that I wanted in.
Tilda Swinton will be our hotel manager. Jeffrey Wright will be our concierge. Our Bowery Kings will be the Wilson brothers, Owen and Luke. Our
Owen
father
brothers.
and son's situation from the Russian mobsters. We will have Bill Murray as the father, with Michael Cera and Jason Schwartzman as the sons. Our dead wife is ScarJo. Our female assassin in the hotel room with John is Angelica Houston. Narrator is
Lovely.
Bryan Cranston. Aurelio, our car guy,
Mechanic,
our
yeah.
mechanic, is going to be played by Benicio del Toro. Marcus, our original hitman, stays as Willem Dafoe, because why fuck a good thing. We're shooting in the Caribbean, and our soundtrack is going to be performed by Ludwig Göransson with a lovely, kooky score.
With
there you have it,
sequels in
listener.
Winnipeg.
With sequels in Winnipeg, yes. With follow-up films in Winnipeg. Because David Leitch did the first one.
David Lynch?
Leitch.
David Lynch.
That's
no.
the next one we should do.
That's the guys who own 87 North.
Let's
that are-
recast Blue Velvet.
Sure, yes. Yes. Harvey Keitel is everything. But
I think we nailed this one. This might be one of our best ever.
I think they just always need to be Wes Anderson.
This was so easy.
Yeah, this is. Well, it's a lot easier when you're
When he has all these regulars.
right. Like he's got
Yeah.
a suitcase of fucking talent.
We could do
I
this
think
for
next,
Kugler
we should
someday.
next do Tarantino.
Tarantino's
Sure.
got a lot of
This movie.
regulars, but Kugler's
Yeah.
starting to get some regulars too. It's just Michael B. Jordan
Yeah.
plays everybody. Yeah.
Plays 5 people. It's
Yeah.
fine.
We can do it. He's got 2. Why can't he do 3?
So sorry, I was wrong from the beginning. I should say it's the Phoenician Scheme, not sound. Everybody's been losing their shit the whole episode. It's and literally, here's the title for it. Okay.
Okay.
If something gets in your way, flatten it. The story of a family and a family business. That is all this movie is explained to be.
Interesting.
So like you have to go see, like, even if
It sounds like a fracking advertisement.
It
but
is.
like, okay, Michael Cera first time, Riz Ahmed first time, Tom Hanks first time or second time,
that can't be true.
Bryan
really?
Cranston, Matthew.
I don't think Tom Hanks has been in a movie.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, Tom Hanks, Jeffrey Wright, ScarJo, Benedict Cumberbatch, Rupert Friend, Hope Davis, Bill Murray, Willem Dafoe, Alex Jennings, Charlotte Gainsbourg, F. Murray Abraham, Scott Shepard, which
The
we've
F
seen in a
stands
ton
for
of stuff.
fuck.
Donald Supner. I don't know if you know who Donald Supner is. He played Martin.
Fuck Murray Abraham.
Say it again.
Donald Supner played the family mage in Game of Thrones.
I like his son.
He was the Stark. The Stark.
Oh, the guy who's like, yeah, he was like the, what do you call it? The like the doctor or whatever in
Yep.
Winterfell.
Oh,
He
Yeah,
dies,
exactly.
I like Donald Sumner's son better. Kiefer Sumner.
But like, I mean, Wes Anderson movies are always such a. I remember the first one I saw was on a date. and
Oh,
a
those
girl-
are date movies.
The girl was like, "You need to see The Life Aquatic," and I'm like, I don't think I've got enough. Like, I don't think I'm smart enough to watch this movie.
That was nice of you.
This was pre-hardcore movie fan Mike.
Yeah, like
Wow.
I didn't have the chops then. I mean, like you like movies and shit, but like you don't.
He
You
didn't
don't.
know.
I didn't take it on as a secondary vocation to understand at that age. Sure, I'll watch your movie if I can spoon you. Like that's really what
The
it
F
was.
for Michael stands for fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
F. Michael Abraham.
Yeah, Michael rhymes with vagina, which rhymes with fun. But like, yeah. So I watched it and like I got it, and I remember getting it, and I also remember not getting any that night too, which was fine.
Yeah.
But like I remember getting it, and I remember being like, "This is what movies can be. Like they're not just
Wow.
It
Your
was-
his
It's not
frontal
really
lobe.
Mike, it's called film.
yeah, well, fuck yeah."
His
sure.
frontal
Cinema.
lobe developed that day.
It did because I was like, this is a different kind of funny. This is a different kind of scene dynamic. This is a different
This is
kind of
what movies
acting.
can be.
This is what they can be. And I mean, I was in my mid-20s at the time, I think.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't know shit, right? I mean, yeah, fuck Godfather, Scarface, right?
Fedora Michael didn't know anything about movies.
Fedora Michael knew nothing about movies.
Not Fedora Mike. Fingerless
Cocaine.
glove Michael.
Cocaine, dance floors, eyeliner, nail polish, and pickup clubs. Those are the
Yeah.
things I knew.
Fedora Michael liked music more.
Yeah.
He was a music man.
Yeah, he was. Definitely was. My music skills of.
Do you love Weezer?
No, it was My Chemical Romance. That's what it was.
Was.
It really
was.
was his Chemical Romance.
Yeah, yeah. Listener, if you if
Mike
you think,
Wentz.
if you think this is wrong, and shit, I wanted to throw a lyric from Fall Out Boy in there, but I can't remember one.
Bring down that gin and kerosene.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah. If you have an idea, if you think we fucked up, if you think this is wrong, because there's no right answer to this, but if you think we should have
What do you
maybe-
think?
What do you think?
Who's
Exactly.
your John Wick? Who's your Wes Anderson John Wick?
Comment on our social media if you want to be mentioned on the show. Comment here in the show notes. Send us an email with your idea. We're communicable. You can talk
It's
to us.
true.
We tell this all the time. I know a lot of you are nervous. I know a lot of you are like, I don't want to be on some random podcast forever. But like, go behind a fake fucking name.
Yeah.
Like, do whatever. You don't have to be you. We just want your opinion. We don't care
You
about.
think Jimmy Skinner's my real name?
Right? Like, you know how long it took me to remember that? Tom.
Shut up.
But show notes have the voicemail link, so do it. Be cool. Be a part of masturbating with us each year and every week. Hope to see you at trivia.
Charles is AI.
Yeah, Charles isn't even real. You should see how expensive the fucking subscription is for that app.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Charles. Was supposed to be here today, but Charles.
He's not dead. We just want him to get a good night's rest.
Yeah, and he has sore tummy from the munchies. We've all been there.
You got him too high.
Yeah.
It's National Cheeseburger Week on Skip the Dishes, so you can buy one
Shit.
QP with cheese and get another one free.
Why'd you say that, man? That's what I'm gonna do when I get home.
I had 2 last night.
You have to order it on Skip though. It's not at McDonald's. You have to order. it
Oh,
on
so I don't get the points?
Yeah. Not paid for by Skip, ladies and gentlemen. That's just how good marketing is.
We could be.
We could be. Yeah. Imagine if they did that. Oh, man, cheeseburgers.
Well, they did fire a lot of people.
They did, yeah.
I don't know if we would have made the cut.
Let's pick up the Real Debaters podcast after we fired half our fucking staff. That's a good business investment. Listener, thank you for tuning in.
Aaron can just work for us.
Exactly. I've been Willem Dafoe.
Oh God, I'm the 12-pack of Pilsners guy.
I've been Bury Abraham.
It's got to be what it stands for.
Yeah, it stands for fuck.
Watch everything. Watch all the movies. Watch all the TV. Listener, get back to us. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, F. Bury. Fuck Abraham.
Fuck Murray.
Fuck Murray. Go ahead.
Let me give you a good one. Which 90s boy band was almost
I
in
just wanted to
Attack of the
pile of shit.
Clones?
What? Was it Backstreet Boys?
It was In Sync.
In Sync?
In Sync
I
was
didn't even
almost
know
count. I believe they were almost called to be Jedi Council.
Oh my God! Imagine seeing like Lance as a Jedi Council member,
Chris
or, like,
Kirkpatrick or
Joey
whatever.
Fatone. Joey Fatone.
Jedi Joey Fatone.
Yeah.
Jedi JT.
Let me do one more for you. This one you might know. Who are the 2 comedians / actors behind the voice of BB-8?
Oh, I don't know that one. I actually don't know.
Ben Schwartz and Bill Hader.
I don't really follow trivia from the new trilogy.
So
So,
those are kind of like Michael, Charles, and Emily have like actual Star Wars trivia, whereas mine is just stupid and makes people mad.
And this is the
yeah,
new format.
That makes me mad because it's so stupid.
Well, no, there's one that there's 3 rounds that you can earn points in that you have to know shit, right? Like everyone will know shit.
Yeah.
But then there's the one round for the real
The
fucking,
nerds.
the nerds and the hardcore and the people who just love knowing dumb shit, right? Like there's the dumb shit round. That's the
Because that's what we did with Simpsons.
I don't even think that that's NSYNC isn't a hardcore nerd fan. That's just like I love NSYNC fan. That's a trivia.
But
NSYNC
then
fans would
imagine
know.
if there's a Star Wars fan there who brought their girlfriend from the 90s.
Yeah, and then
they're
you're like, oh, it's NSYNC.
That's where the help comes in.
Oh my God! #Jedi Joey Fatone. That's like.
that's amazing.